have almost become standard fare for many Nigerians residing in the oil-producing Niger Delta. For years, their natural environment has been ravaged by uncontrolled pollution, which has in turn had a devastating impact on their main sources of livelihood, fishing and farming.
Since where this thing happened, I'm not fishing again. See my net.
The Bayelsa State Governor, Sireka Dixon's exasperation at the activities of oil exploration companies is obvious.
What has been going on in Bayelsa State and in all other oil-producing areas, the levity with which operating companies treat issues of environment and the maintenance of environmental and health standards, one is really left with no other conclusion than that we are actually facing a case of terrorism. We are used to insurgency and terrorism manifesting as violence, physical violence. A situation where more than one spill takes place in Bayelsa every day. That's what your statistics is telling us. And all of these sites are treated with reckless abandon.
Ikarama, a community in Bayelsa State, is only approximately 30 minutes drive from Yenagoa, the state capital. Their land has been ravaged by spills caused either by negligence on the part of the oil companies operating in the area or illegal drilling activities.
Clearly we know, and it stands to logical reason, that there's a clear nexus between what happens between the oil that is spilled, our environment, the food chain, because our food chain is closely tied to our environment, and the state of public health of individuals and communities across much of Nigeria, particularly in the Niger Delta.
What was formerly the community's fishing lake has now been overrun by floating crude oil. Some of the nearby residents have to relocate because of the effects of the substance on their children's health.
A spillage occurred while my two kids, twins, they are about a month and before we know, the children will be affected, the two kids, because they cannot withstand the odor of the crude oil. So we will now move them to other area.
Youths of the community say they are in negotiations for compensation with the companies whose pipelines have spilled oil on their land.
When the spill occur, it's condemned this thing. So they are now dragging a way to make sure Celestial should pay homage, compensation to them.
PDC has given him the job to do, but he has not complied with us being the family representatives to do the job. We have not agreed on a certain things, so that is what is just holding the job.
The National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, the government agency responsible for addressing the problem, embarked on a tour of affected communities. Its chairman described a typical response pattern to reported cases of oil spill.
Typically what would happen is that the relevant departments within NOSDRA would contact all stakeholders and put together what they call a joint investigation team to go on a joint investigation visit. That would typically comprise of NOSDRA officials, DPR, the local government and the area affected, the state government officials, the community, the company that produces in that region.
Oil spill has remained the scourge of the oil-producing Niger Delta communities. Even though there have been persistent engagements involving government, the affected communities and oil firms to clean up the area, the residents are yet to see any positive results. Charles Aruka for Channels Television News.